part-time unicorn, full-time fabulous. Yeah, I'll keep saying that until I believe it. But anyway, today I thought I would talk a bit about my struggles with creativity, with expressing myself, my insecurities, and my mental health in general, I guess, all while making a plushie. And hopefully that will be relatable and entertaining and helpful. At least that is my intent, that is my hope. You can let me know in the comments down below. But yeah, I used to love making YouTube videos. I would just pick a random cover that I felt like doing that day. I would film it, put one of those hideous word art titles in it. I would do some cheesy effects. I even curled up my hair sometimes and threw it all together, call it done, and I felt proud of myself for a while. I just loved doing these. That was years ago.
Now I've got the time, the resources, the ideas, the know-how, and I can't commit to it. I can't write music, I can't consistently create videos. Whatever I do is never enough. I'm never happy, I'm never proud. And so, most of the time, I just do nothing. Or I try to force myself into creating something, some music, some beat, anything, and instead, I end up spiraling deeper and deeper into frustration and self-commiseration and self-hatred and curl up into fetal position under my desk and cry for hours. Glamorous. After a few years of therapy, I've managed to work through a bunch of issues and feelings and trauma and even uncover the reasons why I've always felt the way I do about myself, which has been life-changing, a lifeline really. You should get therapy, probably, almost definitely. Everyone should, but that's not the point of this video. What I do want to talk about is something my therapist told me on our last session. She said I should take a step back. If I'm crying in frustration every time I sit down to make music, something isn't quite right. Creativity cannot be forced. Sure, you can be disciplined and create room for it to happen, you should, but if you're just beating yourself up with a stick and it's leading nowhere, maybe it's time to reassess. She told me to just do something I felt like doing, something I didn't have to force. So I put down my ukulele for a bit and began making plushies.
And it's been working. I felt so proud and happy of the cute, cuddly critters that I've put together lately, and it helps. I felt productive and focused. I crafted almost all of the Christmas presents that I gave to my family this past year. I've been learning more about making these and getting better with my stitches. And yet it hurts to not be making music, to feel that now I'm purposeless, aimless, useless, to feel that all that I've been working towards my entire life, all that I've been building up to is actually just a lie I tell myself to fill the void of my existence. I can't make music, I can't commit to anything, I am a failure!
Okay, let's breathe. It's easy to brand myself lazy and stupid and a failure. It's hard to break away from that and try to understand why I keep holding myself back. Why do I keep doing it if I know that I'm sabotaging myself? If I know that I can't believe Brian?
Brian, by the way, is what I call that part of my brain that's always screaming and spewing out all the negativity, all the insecurity, all the unhelpful things, and it's also the plushie that I am attempting to create today. So, let's plushify the personification of my psyche. Yay for coping mechanisms.
So, how? How can I stop the cycle of self-destruction? A couple of weeks ago, at around New Year's Eve, I was talking with a friend about our respective YouTube channels, and she said, I create videos because I want to express myself. And that's when it dawned on me. I don't want to express myself. For the longest time, every time I've sat down to write a song or work on a video, I did it because I felt I had to be productive, to justify all the time and money I invested in learning music and having good gear to do so. I did it because I felt that if I'm not creating, if I'm not producing, if I'm not a prolific, inspiring person, then I'm not walking closer to my dreams, then everyone will know that I'm nothing but a failure. I tried to force myself into being creative because I felt guilty for wasting my life doing and being nothing. I don't want to express myself. I don't like myself. I don't think I ever did. Deep down, I feel I am mediocre, uninteresting, worthless, yada yada yada. Even if I'm doing much better now than I was a few years ago, even if I'm not as much of a depressed, anxious mess as I was, I still haven't been able to learn to truly love myself. I don't feel I have anything of worth to give the world. How could I want to express that? Why show the world any of that?
But do you want to know something? During this time off from music, I actually just finished writing the first song I finished writing in years, and I've already started working on another one. I have a gig to play in a local venue in just a few days, so I can't say that I can't make music. And I've been hand sewing plushies for hours on end, so I can't really say that I'm lazy either. And here I am with a video that I really wanted to put together, that I'm happy to be sharing, and I can't say that I don't want to express myself. I do have things I want to say and share and put out there for the world to see. When I stopped being so worried about being this successful, productive person, I gave myself room to feel what I needed to feel and to create what I do feel like creating. I gave my heart room to be, and here I am. Not so much the failure that I keep convincing myself that I am. And I know a lot of you have similar issues, similar struggles. We all have our fears, our insecurities. We all have our Brians screaming inside our heads. But maybe it's time to stop screaming back. Maybe it's time to give ourselves room to feel whatever we need to feel, to create what we do feel like creating. And maybe it's time to give our Brians a warm, tight hug. Let ourselves heal and be as fabulous as we already are.
Here's the final result. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope it might inspire you in some way. Let me know in the comments if you have similar struggles and what are your strategies to cope and heal. Stick around my channel if you'd like to hear a song next, and click subscribe if you want to see whatever it is that I decide to create next. Bye! Stay fabulous.